friends, this is NJ, your host on this channel. So today we'll discuss one more type of personality, which is like all those people who love to engage into outdoor sports. So like whenever they get time, their preference would remain to be go for a road trip, or all those adventure sports, some like bungee jumping, river rafting. So how can we just by looking at someone's palm get to know that this person's interest is more into outdoor sports? He's more made for the adventure kind of sports. So the things which we need to look at is, first of all, like the way I tell this thing on all my analysis, that we need to first start our analysis by looking at the broader view of the hand. So how, whether the hand is large, whether the hand is small. So the first thing is that the first criteria is that the hand should be large and it should be hard, because it tells about all those people who have the capacity for physical sports. Then dividing the hand on the basis of elements, the type of element of people who love to get into all kind of physical and adventure sports are the fire element types. So the eligibility for the fire type hand is that the palm shape would remain to be rectangular. So palm shape would remain to be rectangular, means that this length of the palm would remain to be longer compared to the broadness of the palm. That's the first criteria. Second thing is about the length of the fingers, because whenever it comes to dividing the hand on the basis of elements like fire, air, earth, water, we always divide into on the basis of the shape of the palm and the length of the fingers. So for the fire types people, the palm shape would remain to be rectangular and the length of the fingers would remain to be small. So when I say that fingers would remain to be small, it doesn't mean that the overall height of the person would remain to be small. So the measure of the length of the fingers is always done via comparing the middle finger with the width of the palm. So let's say if the width of the palm is, this width is 5 centimeter and the length of the middle finger is 3 centimeter, then we can say that on that hand the fingers are small. So that remains to be first criteria, that the fire people remain to be very aggressive, very go-getter, very assertive and full of energy. So that's the first criteria. Second is, now we'll just funnel it down to the different attributes of the hand. So coming to the fingers, the finger which we need to give more emphasis is the ring finger. Ring finger tells about our extrovertness, our love for adventure, our love for sports. So any point of time you'll find the ring finger to be longer than the index finger. So this would say that this person has this streak for outdoor sports. So something like this. So as you see in this hand, the ring finger is longer than the index finger. So that is another criteria. Third is the shape of the tip of the fingers. So like the way I always say, these fingers tell about the release of the energy, but in what form the energy get released, get manifested. So like the way we have one leader, but what kind of leader that person is, whether this leader is people lover, carer, or this leader is autocratic, very dominating, very dictator. So all those qualities are seen via the tip of the fingers. So how these qualities are getting released? So the fingertip shape which is responsible for the action oriented nature of an individual is the spatulate shape. So the another criteria is fingertips. So that is spatulate. So this type of shape is very easy to identify. It would remain something like this. Something like this. Something like this, like the way the utensil spatula which we use in kitchen. So something like this, little bit broader. So this tells about someone who has got that very action oriented personality. So that remains to be another criteria. Third is, we always look at the which flange on the fingers is more dominant in the hand of an individual, because our first flange tells about, so when I say flange, I'm talking about these, like we in our fingers there is like first flange, which is getting divided by a first knot, then this is our second flange, and this is our third flange. So our first flange tells about our mental qualities, mental traits, intellectualness, our intelligence. Second flange tells about our executional ability, our financial ability, our what we call that practical abilities. So first tells about our mental, second tells about our practical, and third tells about our physical. Like in the cases of be it in the form of indulgence into alcohol or too much of sensory pleasures, or in the form of indulgence into too much of adventure and physical sport. So all these final conclusion are taken by taking into consideration other signs as well on the hand. But in this case, as we are talking about the interest in outdoor and adventure sports, so the third phalange, if found to be dominant in someone's fingers, so this would indicate that this person has that knack for the physical sports. So when I say the third flange longer, so you need to be aware of the standard length of the flanges. So the standard length of the first flange is 20% of the length of the whole finger. Second flange is 35% of the length of the whole finger, and third flange is 45% of the complete length of the finger. So any point of time you will find the third flange to be longer in the fingers comparatively to the other two flanges. So this would also indicate that this person has got heightened physical capacity. So that is one more sign to look at. And the type of the fingerprint which we need to emphasize is the vole type. So if you'll find vole kind of pattern in majority of the fingers, let's say out of 10, you will find this kind of pattern in more than 6 or 7 fingers in both hands. So then you could just conclude that this person has got the energy and interest towards outdoor sports and adventure sports. So that's one more sign to look at. Now comes another part, which is our looking at the lines of the hand. So in all those kind of people which we are discussing here, you will find majorly and prominent these three major lines only, because majority of the crisscrossing and minor conscious lines on the hand tells about too much of nervousness and too much of mental activity in someone's life, in someone's nervous system. But three major lines and lack of minor and crisscrossing lines in the hand tells about a sorted mind and energy in someone's personality. And you will also find these three major lines to be very dark and properly marked on the hand, because our light and thin lines tell about the mental acumen, and dark and deep lines tell about the physical capacity. So that's one more sign to look at. And lastly, you'll also find little bit of gap between lifeline and headline. So rather than these two lines being joined together, because this is our lifeline which tells about our physical capacity, our stamina, this is our headline which tells about our mental ability, our logical ability, our ability to understand things, and this is our heart line which tells about our emotions. So in case of looking at someone's physical capacity and nature, you will have to give emphasis to whether these two lines, the lifeline and headline, are joined from the beginning or they are separated. If they are separated, this would indicate that this person has got very outgoing, very extrovert and a very brave kind of nature. That's one more sign to give emphasis to. Then comes the presence of the Mars line. Mars, which in any case represents energy. So any point of time you'll also find this kind of line running parallel to the lifeline in the hand. So this would indicate that this person has got the extra vitality. So that's one more sign to look at. And lastly, this portion of the hand is known as the region of the Mars. So this is known as our negative Mars or inner Mars, which tells about our physical capacity, and this is our outer Mars, which tells about our mental capacity. So any point of time you will find these two regions, portion of the hand, to be prominent. So this would also indicate, like, this is my negative Mars on my hand and this is the positive Mars on my hand. So any point of time you will find these two portions to be prominent, to be puffed, compared to the other portion of the hand. So this would also indicate that this person has got the very much physical strength as a part of his personality, in his personality. So this would also indicate, yes, that this person has a knack for the outdoor and adventure sports. And lastly, the the hand to be a little bit of red in color, because you know, like the way we say white color, if you'll find the color of the hand to be white, this would indicate that the person is little bit self-centered, there is lack of physical energy. And the pink color represents color, pink color of the hand tells about, you know, very cheerful disposition. Same way red color of the hand tells about excess of the energy in someone's personality. So this is how we do analysis in palmistry. I hope I made myself clear in this video. And you know, whenever I talk about these signs, they won't mean that the mere presence of these signs would indicate this only. I am explaining these things is so that while doing analysis, you give a preference to these kind of signs. So any point of time, you'll find these two lines separated, and you have to look towards determining someone's, you know, indulgence into physical sports or outgoing nature. So you can just give emphasis to this criteria, to the length, the tip of the finger shape to be spatulate. So this is how the analysis is done via palmistry. So for further more updates and notifications on palmistry, please subscribe my channel and like my Facebook page. Thanks.